What's up, ladies and chuds? It's been a while. Yeah, big news today. Big news. I was very inspired. I put some time aside in my very busy schedule to talk about what happened last night. Uh, Big news. We all knew it. We all know the White House is the goon cave. We know it's a goon cave. We know crazy stuff is going on in there. We know about those brothels in Germany before a certain guy decided to put a stop to it. We all know a lot of that. If you don't, I suggest you go on Instagram Reels because they're censoring Google, and that's not a conspiracy theory. You can actually look that up. That's actually true. Instagram Reels might be the last place to philosophers and all these historical researchers are gonna have to look through Instagram Reels because that's the only information we're gonna have from this time period because all of it got fucking censored, which is pretty bad. That's really bad. But you all know what happened. This completely recontextualizes the 2016 election. If you don't know, but you definitely know, and it's the title of this video, the throat election 2016. Trump was caught. We have pretty good evidence that allegedly he was giving some crazy top to Bubba, to the Bill Clinton. So him and Hillary have I think this explains their rivalry. This actually reminds me of this guy I was friends with. Now no girls would like him because he's like 5'5", and all he would talk about is being 5'5". I'm 5'6". I'm 5'5", dude. There's no hope for me. All this dude would talk about, always whining about that, wah wah wah. So what he would do is he would get with fat girls, and then he'd be like, dude, I literally love you. You're the love of my life. I want to start a family with you. And then he would go with another fat girl and do it so that he can say, so that when these girls who are now attached to him emotionally find out that he actually was not, he's like, dude, I didn't care the whole time. These girls are just obsessed with me. Now that's how Bill Clinton was moving in 2016. Clearly, that obviously the only reason they ran against each other as opposite parties in 2016 was they had some disputes over who could blow Bill the best, who could blow that bubble gum. Uh, See, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. We really have our first gay president. He's a Republican, or we don't even know if he's gay. He might not be gay. Maybe they made him. Maybe this is like The Boys in the comic where they do that horrible thing to that girl. Maybe all the presidents. That picture of Riley Reid on the couch with all those African American gentlemen around her. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they made him do it. Maybe they're like, "Hey, you want to be president? How bad do you want to be president?" He's like, "I don't know, pretty bad." So, I mean, we don't know. We really don't know. So, yeah, my theory is that he's just a certified freak. I think if you even if you're a straight man, I think if you consume enough of that material, I think you'll start having gay thoughts because you're what you like becomes widened and widened and then suddenly you like femboys. And you're thinking about cracking femboys when the way you were born, you weren't born gay. I'm not saying all gays are made by those people. I mean, we know who owns all those websites. We know who Israel's top fuck. Oh my god. We all know who donates the most money to, gives the most money to Israel to fund them. It's a certain website that we all know about, where you pay women to show you things. Now that's nuts. So I think with all this stuff, the White House is slowly turning into the goon cave. But the crazy thing is, I think the reason you see Trump like being like, I love Israel, and my daughter converted to Judaism, which I'm very happy about, and I love to see that. That's actually really good news. I think the reason he's doing this is because Netanyahu's like breathing down his neck, like, hey, I'm gonna tell everyone that you blew Bill Clinton, that you did all, you went to this little island, the Epstein files, all the Epstein information. That's what I think. That's my theory. I think that, in my opinion, I think that that's why Trump is suddenly so for Israel, and also because if you're not like JFK, who's the only one who didn't kiss the Jewish wall, you get popped. And we know for a fact that JFK wasn't. I mean, there's that. watch that Wendigoon video about the simulation on JFK's assassination. It's like impossible, like the angle, the way it is, like from where the guy they said it was, it'd be physically impossible. So we know at least that it wasn't that guy. We know at least someone else did it. Now I think I know who did it, but I wasn't there, so I also don't want to get assassinated. So yeah, I'm blacklisted from ever having anything ever, which is what these guys are doing. And I wonder what else we're gonna find out. Maybe he had to do that little favor for Bill, and it's like what do you call it when you join a frat? You get grazed or something. I forgot what the fucking word is. Maybe it's like that. Like it's like a you go, but then they secretly, like, there's pictures of it that supposedly Putin has. Maybe this is like, oh, we can use this against him later. Pictures of Trump sucking on Bill's beautiful bulbous long. Oh my god. That's really fucked up. I think that's really, really fucked up, and that's really scary. And this is the Republican guy. You think I mean, if someone gets leaked to have like a gay sex tape thing, you would think it's not the Republican. That's why it's so interesting. And I think Republicans and Democrats are really on the same side. They both want to make America better. And but the thing is, like, if you see any of these MAGA people, I do think Trump was probably like he's not. He used to have good ideas, but I think now he's just completely like controlled by puppet master BB. So yeah, we don't know about that. I gotta make a whole video on BB one day, but yeah, that's the thing is you know, I think the more controlled by Israel, he also like is just like making terrible, like he really is like President Bongo or whatever the fuck from Smiling Friends. Like he's just making crazy decisions. It's very there's no thought behind it. It's kind of scary. It's pretty scary. So it makes me wonder, if there's some sort of thing going on. We know Israel controls the Democrats and the Republicans both, so I mean, that's what we know. We know they control YouTube, and this video is gonna get taken down, and 50 guys with long noses are gonna show up to my house and kill me. We all know this. This common information. I actually don't. Uh, you know, Let me say something. My girlfriend had this foreign exchange student from Morocco, and what the fuck? She had a foreign exchange student from Morocco, and he was this little twink guy. I honestly didn't like him, but one thing I can sympathize with is that because of where he's from, he hated Zionists. He hated them, and I understand that they are like like they're doing a genocide. A genocide. Like it's like Germany during a second time 2.0, except this one's actually real. Awkward. So, but this guy, I'm not saying the whole thing wasn't real, by the way, just that a lot of aspects of it were definitely exaggerated. Like that soap thing, that's fucking stupid. Whoever believes that, dude. I'm not saying people didn't die there. I'm not saying it wasn't a horrific thing and the guy's a bad guy, but we're gonna sit here and pretend like that was 100% real. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, oh my god, what was I saying? This guy was babysitting a bunch of kids, and one of them happened to be from a Jewish family, and it was a little girl. And this guy was like, I don't want to go near that little girl when I babysit her because she's disgusting. She comes from a Jewish family. See, but that guy now is the people that he hates, the Zionists, the guys that are like like you can't hate someone just because they're Jewish. You have to hate them for if you're gonna hate them, it better be because of their actions or what they're doing. This is just a 3-year-old. She doesn't fucking know what Jewish even means. And this guy's hating on her like, oh, she's disgusting. Like it was sick. And this guy's just as bad as the guys that he hates. So I think it's important to know. It's good to criticize. It's the modern day. Certain group run by a Charlie Chaplin lookalike. It's the modern day that. So it's good to criticize it, but it's important that we don't become as hateful as as they are, because then like we're just as bad as them, you know? And it's not even just like a movie like, oh, I can't kill you because then I'm just as bad. No, this is like, we can't spread the message through hate, you know, because one, it makes the message like, it makes us look stupid. And our message originates from us not wanting a bunch of, like, a fucking entire group of people, innocent children, innocent women, like, just killed, you know? We don't want a bunch of innocents to die. And that's where our point comes from. So it's important that we don't go down to that level. We don't stoop to that level. That's very important. And I've been seeing too on instagramreels.com, the only place where you can literally get information about these things, because it's so censored that, Instagram Reels, it's hard to keep up with it and for them to moderate it. So you'll see a couple juice box reels, if you know what I mean. But Netanyahu, well, not, I don't know if he specifically, but they're, what they started doing is using children's toys and rigging them up with big bombs. So the little kid goes, "Oh, toy, I want to play with that." Boom, exploded. Like, that is like so fucked up. It's like almost funny. It'd be funny if it wasn't real. It'd be funny if it was like in a movie. That's really, really fucking crazy. That's genuinely insane. Like, we're living in the 1940s again, except the victims have now become the the people who, what would you call it? The people who victimize. What the fuck excuse is there? And it's not like the reason it's also really scary is because they're like running our government, right? But like, we don't act like them. Like, no, not like, no, most people don't act like that. Like, oh, like like America now doesn't fucking like hold grudges against, like, I don't know, like Texas doesn't hold grudges against the Texas Mexico War anymore. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, these people are holding grudges from 5,000 years ago. Like, that's very crazy. And I think religion is good. I'm not religious. I should be. I wasn't raised that way. But I'm not religious at all. I'm not against it. I support it, you know? But my thing is I think that religion is good as long as it promotes like like a better world. Like, it promotes morals. Like, it should not promote hatred, because that's very fucking dangerous. That is the most dangerous thing. People who think they're righteous, but they're not. And that's what BB, like, he thinks he's righteous in taking back this land that hasn't been. It's not his anymore. It's not his. Just because it was his 5,000 years. Sorry, dude. It's long gone. You don't even need it. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. And that's the thing, is like, they seem like a very aggressive. They have very aggressive like tendencies in their religion. Like, it's scary. And if it wasn't for that, there'd be no problem with it. And when people say like, "Oh, the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the Jews," it's really not the Jews. It's specifically like a certain section of the Jews. But it's easy to say the Jews because one, because you have to narrow it down really specifically, and if you want to just say something quickly, you say, "Oh, the Jews." Like, that's an easy way to put it. Maybe Zionists would be a more close thing. But then people who don't know, people, what's a Zionist, So I don't know. And then also, like, I think what happens is, because of the censorship, it is very unfair. It is very evil. It is very like, utopian nightmare. So I think what people are doing is, it makes them angry, and then they start being hateful. Yeah, it's the Jews, and all the Jews are bad. Like, that's what they start like thinking. Like, that's not true. We need to remember that just because of the way someone being born a different color, a different gender, that doesn't give us the right to hate them. It's based on their actions, and based on their actions as a group, a specific amount of them are actual monsters. Like, they're worse than the guys working underneath the funny Walt Disney man. And I don't think that. Yeah, that's very fucking scary. But my plan is to make a. I'm gonna collab with my friend, and we're gonna make a very detailed video. And the thing was, I was just gonna be funny about it and just talk about like this and this and this and this. I think it's important, really important, to factually back up everything I say and make it the least aggressive video possible. Like, the least aggressive video possible. So, it can't be like it's not hate speech. I'm literally just stating like, and they're gonna say it's hate speech anyway. That's fucking crazy. But hopefully that'll go somewhere. I forgot what else I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know what games to play when I talk because this game require. Oh my god, my cat just attacked my other cat again. One of them is blind, so she accidentally walks into the other ones, and they attack her for it. They're like, "What the fuck?" But anyways, I don't know what game to play when I talk. I tried Mario Galaxy 2. I tried to record the video. I literally could not. It's too hard. My brain is like cannot split that easily. But this game's brain dead. But I want some other games too. So I don't know. I thought about Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, but that game doesn't really have anything going on. Like there's no purpose. It's just skating around. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for today. The Throat Lection 2016. That's nuts. That's nuts that they did that. That's nuts that both of them went at it. I wonder which one gave better top. I wonder if either of them used teeth. I know, Trump's got a really big fat neck. Like he's got a big throat. I wonder if there was more room in there. Maybe the other one was a bit tighter. Yeah, pretty sick stuff. Pretty disgusting sick stuff. Um,